wheat is useful on Minecraft. I just got done planting this wheat, and we are going to show you how it is useful and what you can do with it. Good.
Okay, so here wheat could be used to create, first off, cake, but the more useful one, bread. If you're in survival mode, bread is very useful to you because wheat seeds could be found absolutely anywhere. So if you're in a weird tundra such as this, you could make a ton of wheat and bread. Which bread ups your hunger by 2 bars. So in survival mode,
Okay, we're gonna explain what is survival mode. What are all these different modes? Explain them because I don't know anything about that. I don't get it.
okay, so the mode that you were in when you planted your wheat was creative mode, which is a fancy little thing. Well, that is creative mode is basically where you get to build all you want. Monsters don't attack you. You can make as much things as you want, and basically you can prepare yourself for survival mode. That's what creative mode is. So I built this in creative mode. You built that in survival mode. I mean creative mode. Right now, I'm in survival mode. I am...
So creative mode, you can't die.
Yes, you're immortal.
Creative mode, you can't die. Survival mode, you die.
Yes.
That's all we needed to know.
Oh. So right now, I'm running around the house with my...
We're wanting to know the whole wheat thing.
Okay.
So we just planted wheat, and we just want to know why it's so important to plant that stuff. What can we actually do with that wheat?
You can make something called bread. Now, this bread,
How do you make the bread?
you have to have 3 wheat to create it. I showed you guys earlier. Here's the recipe to bread. Now, you could also make... Oh, wait. You could also make cake out of it, and also cookies.
How do you make the bread?
You must have 3 wheat.
So you're gonna drag your wheat into this section here.
Mm-hmm.
How did you drag the wheat into that little box section there?
If I...
Show us how you got it in there.
Okay. Now I could replant these seeds.
Okay, he just cut down 3 things of wheat. Now what? That's gonna go.
Ah! Monster. Get away. Get away. Okay, these guys can't hurt me. Now, we have 4 wheat. All we need to do now is press A, because the A button, it says on the bottom left of the screen, it says create.
So after he cut down the wheat, it goes into this inventory box right here. And he's gonna use it. You press A to get it over to this spot.
Mm-hmm. And it'll create it immediately.
So he's gonna press A, and it's gonna go over here. Metallic Vein here, we ended up getting cut off. We were going to keep talking about how we are harvesting our wheat, and we were at the part where we went into our inventory and we planted 3 wheat into this section. Okay, so we planted 3 wheat into this section. Now what do we do to go ahead and harvest this?
So we already harvested because it automatically harvests the bread. So let me grab some more. Fix that up. And now we have enough wheat here to automatically harvest the bread because the A button on the bottom left part of the screen says that we are able to create it just by pressing this. Now we have created wheat.
What did you press?
I pressed the A button.
Okay, so once we have our wheat, can we eat it?
Yes.
How do you eat it?
We fold up so there will be no blocks pointing in the direction of where we want to eat. And it'll look kind of like this. So it'll restore my hunger while I'm running around, jumping, fighting monsters.
So that heart strip right here, this is your life.
Yes.
And when you start dying, you go ahead and eat it.
Well,
You eat your bread.
when I start dying, my hunger bar goes down as well.
So, are you supposed to eat the bread when you're dying?
Yes, you're supposed to eat the bread when your hunger bar is down. And also when you're dying, because
So these hearts right here, when you start losing your hearts, you want to feed yourself.
yes, when you start losing the hearts or hams, you want to start feeding yourself. And
Okay.
there are many different types of food, such as the sheep here. The sheep could be killed, one sheep, and you get mutton. But you would have to cook it using a food source, such as a furnace or having a fire sword, which could be made by using enchantments. Take mutton, you crazy slime.
So that's what you do when you have your garden. You will plant different, to go ahead and plant different things in order to harvest the food, so that way when you are doing stuff, you're in survival mode, which is a mode that you can end up dying in, that you can actually save your life by planting this food. So planting the food is very important so you can keep playing without dying, correct?
Correct.
That is our tutorial for today on gardens and harvesting wheat and yeah, what you're supposed to do with it. So thank you for watching Metallic Vein. We will see you again tomorrow.